I'm Colleen Wheeler, and I'm playing Linda in A Beautiful View, written by Daniel MacIvor and directed by Daniel MacIvor. Well, Linda is quite a practical person compared to the other character in the show. She goes through life really thinking people are a bit idiotic, and she's very, pragmatic, maybe a little bit jaded. Very confident person, doesn't really try, and it's a great story between two women who meet up in this life and find this sort of ethereal attraction to each other, and it really follows their friendship over 20 years. Well, for me to work with Daniel MacIvor is really a dream come true, because one of the first professional productions that I saw when I was in university, back in the early 90s now, I think I'm dating myself here, but I saw a one-woman show called See Bob Run, and it was performed by a really talented actress named Michelle Martin, and I think that I was quite exhilarated after that experience, because I'd never really seen a show where the actor is basically on stage the whole time by themselves, sort of talking to the audience and having a relationship with the audience. And after the show was done, I felt quite exhilarated that this kind of theater sort of existed. And I've been following his stuff my whole career, and it's been hugely inspiring for me. And then I was able to perform in one of his shows a few years back, I guess 5 years ago, called You Are Here. And that was also an amazing experience for me, playing a character named Allison. I think for me, Daniel writes these wonderful female characters. He has a real talent for writing female characters, and they're greatly flawed and they're really interesting to play. So I'm a huge fan. I don't want to make his head bigger than it already is, but no, I'm just kidding. But it's just been a great honor to be in the room with also the writer, and to find out sort of how he came about writing the play, and getting a lot of insight into each character has been really interesting. Yeah. I had a baby 2.5 months ago. She's 2.5 months old, and her name is Lillian, or Lily. And this is the first time that I've gone back to work after she's been born, and we're having a great time. It's working out really well. She's a great kid. She's a real theater baby. She's been in 3 shows. When I was pregnant with her, I was in Toronto, Mississippi at the Playhouse, and then afterwards I got to work with Diane Brown on Lifesavers, so she was in that as well. And then she was in the Bard on the Beach production of The Comedy of Errors all summer. So she's been in a lot of shows so far, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I won't deter her from being an actor, but if she wants to, what the heck. It's a great life. I think people should come and see A Beautiful View, because it's a wonderful, subtle, it's just a great story about how two women go through their lives, managing their friendship and what happens, and there is somewhat of a betrayal between them, and the audience gets to see how both those characters feel about that betrayal and sort of how they deal with it. And it's, we relate a lot to the audience in the show, so they're almost like a third character, so it's a really interesting dynamic between the audience and the actors, and it's a fun show. It's funny, and there's lots of really great moments in it, and of course the beautiful Diane Brown is in it, and yeah, and we both have a lot of hair, so if you like hair, there's a lot of hair on stage. Yeah, no, it's a great show. It's a great show. I think they should come and see it.